Prismatic shards. We love them and we need them. Back in the day, we only really needed the prismatic shards for a galaxy sword, or to donate it to the mines, or even to turn your children into doves at the witch's hut. But with the new edition of the latest 1.5 update, we now need prismatic shards to create unique clothing using the sewing machine, but that's not that important. We are probably more interested in the requirement of prismatic shards for the forge. We need to sacrifice a prismatic shard in order to get a random enchant on one of your tools or weapons. Yes, a random enchant. Naturally, some of the enchants are much better than other ones. So the likelihood of us needing to sacrifice a few prismatic shards in order to get the enchant that we want is quite high. And that is where this video comes in. I did a skull cavern run for my next billionaire episode, and it was absolutely insane. I managed to find 20 treasure rooms and 10 prismatic shards in a single run, and I did that by painfully sacrificing 3 prismatic shards. Before I get into that, take a look at this list. This is every way to get prismatic shards in Stardew Valley. You can see that defeating enemies has a painfully low chance of dropping a prismatic shard. Opening geodes has a much higher chance when compared to defeating enemies. But there is a 4% chance of getting a prismatic shard from a treasure room or from mining a single iridium node. And that is considerably higher than anything else. Thankfully, by stacking luck, we can influence how many treasure rooms we can get in the skull cavern. And by leveraging staircases, we can get deep into the skull cavern, allowing us to find tons of iridium ore. We just need to get some treasure rooms and find as many iridium nodes as possible. And I'm pretty sure you were expecting this, but increasing your luck will increase the likelihood of you getting a treasure room. So definitely go to the skull cavern on a maximum luck day. After you have found the secret note number 20, you can also bring a rabbit's foot to this truck by the Jojo Mart to get a small permanent luck boost. It is a small boost, but every little bit counts. Trust me. Now you should cook some ginger ale using Key's special seasoning. This will give you a +2 to your luck. You can buy the recipe on floor 5 in the volcano. This is an optional step, but it can make a big difference. The lucky ring. It does one simple thing. It gives you +1 luck bonus, and you can have 2 of them. Unfortunately, they are incredibly rare, so if you don't have a lucky ring, don't worry about it too much. Now this is where it gets tricky. On Thursdays, you can trade 3 prismatic shards for a single magic rock candy at the desert trader. Magic rock candy will give you a speed boost, a defense boost, as well as a very impressive +5 boost to your luck. Yeah, this stuff is insanely good, but it does cost 3 prismatic shards, and we're trying to get prismatic shards and not spend them. Luckily, you can get a single magic rock candy for free when you donate 90 artifacts to the museum. Magic rock candy is rare and powerful, so make sure you save it for when you're ready to maximize its potential. But the luck boost is huge. It really is. The luck boost is big enough to get all of our prismatic shards back with extra. Naturally, that is not guaranteed, and technically it is a risk, but it's one I am willing to take, and it definitely paid off. So let's do our best to mitigate the risk as best as we can. And how do we do that? Well, we just get as deep as we can, as quickly as we can, whilst harvesting as many iridium nodes as possible. I ended this run on floor 240 and left with 600 iridium ore, which is a very good number in my opinion. It is nothing compared to what challenge runners can do, but for me, it's pretty good. And how did I do that, you might ask? I'm sure you know this tip by now, but you can use crystallariums to duplicate jades, and then you can trade in your jades in at the desert trader on Sundays for staircases. This is by far the most effective way to get staircases, and staircases are essential to get deep into the skull cavern. Every 10 levels in the skull cavern, there's an increased chance to find iridium nodes. So I usually just skip the first 40 floors floors right away. I ignore any copper, silver, and even gold nodes that I find because that would be a waste of our luck boosts. Once I start to find iridium nodes, I use my slingshot loaded with explosive ammo on the iridium nodes that are close to the entrance. I do not go out of my way to harvest nodes because we are battling against the clock more than anything else. If I harvest iridium nodes close to the entrance and I'm not lucky enough to find a ladder, I usually just use a staircase as fast as possible. If you take out your pickaxe and start hitting rocks, you are wasting precious time that could be used to get more iridium. If I land on the floor that has no iridium nodes close to the entrance, I instantly pull out my staircase and move on to the next floor. That is for a good cause. I mean, we just spent 3 prismatic shards to get some bonus luck. We should definitely use it appropriately. And that's why we are leveraging the slingshot with explosive ammo. I hear the slingshot is hard to use on console and mobile, so maybe bombs would work better, but slingshots just seem better. I learned a cool trick recently. Slingshot ammo will go straight over rocks and ores and will only explode if it hits a wall or enemies, meaning if there are any iridium nodes in the middle of the floor, you will be unable to harvest those nodes using the slingshot. Well, you can harvest them by placing a staircase right next to the iridium node and shooting the ladder with your slingshot. It's a very strange technique, but it needs to be done. And the last tip is actually something that I would like to address. I have received many comments about this, and I would like to clear everything up in this video. If you stay up past 2 AM in the mines, your character will pass out, and you will wake up in your bed with a 1000 gold fine. However, you will not lose any items. You will see that in this video, I continue to mine up until 2 AM and pass out from exhaustion. I then open my inventory and nothing is missing. And that is because you will only lose items if you die. Here I provide some proof. This is my inventory in the mines just before 2 AM, and this is my inventory in the morning after I passed out. As you can see, I lost 1000 gold, but not a single item is missing. And that is pretty much everything you need to know. Now, all you need to do is practice some of these tricks, be persistent, and most importantly, be lucky. If you are interested, I did upload the unedited run if you want to check it out. Unfortunately, I was only recording the gameplay, so it's a no commentary run, but I found it quite entertaining to rewatch. Thank you so much for watching this video. This run was incredibly fun, but it was really stressful for some reason. Initially, I only came to the skull cavern to find some iridium ore, but after I found the 5th treasure room, I just wanted more. Unfortunately, most of the treasure rooms gave me some very random stuff like parsnip seeds, which are not at all useful, but I did get 3 unique hats and 10 prismatic shards are just wow. Anyway, if you like this video, consider hitting that subscribe, and hey, leave a like for those prismatic shards. But for now, I will see you in the next video.